Jump, weenie. Just jump. Hi. How are y'all? Why are you sitting on an edge? Oh, look. Ooh, coffee. Put a little dabble in there this morning. Not strictly black. Oh, sitting on the edge. This is going to be PG rated. But I do have some things to say that have happened recently. And in a way it's a testimony, in a way it's kind of show you a walk that for me has not been the easiest. But let's get examples out. Oh. See that donkey right there? Sometimes that's been me. See that dude right there? I'm going to say that that's Christ in my life. Taking a pickaxe away from all the rocks and crap I keep putting back on, or have been trying to put back on. And he just chips it away. Sometimes he takes bigger ones than others. But I've had a couple rebukes from some brothers that I do care about. One of them, Derek at Soldiers of Christ. I do look up to him like an older brother. I can see how the Father's changed his life. And he put out a video about just using foul and filthy language. Now, he wasn't in the army like I was. He didn't grow up the way maybe I did, but that's no excuse whatsoever. It just means that the Father used him to tug on me to change some things. And one is sometimes I really need to change a lot of things, actually. You know, I could be vile. I could be mean. I could be nice. I could be a lot of those things, but given the background, to me that was always weakness, emotions. That's for weak people. But then again, what's anger? That's an emotion. So I fell into it too. I know. I fell into it too. Look at that. See? Ah, praise you, Jesus. Oh, Father. So, I'm going on this sober kick because I realized, and I knew it, it's just I needed a reminder. Yeah, I didn't take the pills that they offered. I'm not taking the muscle relaxers. I'm not taking the anxiety medicine. I'm not taking a sleep aid. You know, because they offered me, I think it was like 4 different ones at the doctor's office. Oh, well, these pills can help, but are they going to fix anything? No, but they can help. Okay, I need fixed. I don't need helped. Unless it's going to end up in the result of fixing. But with the drinking, which is something in our family, on both sides, way more on one side than another one. You know, I had uncles that grew up, they were the rough type. You know, hillbillies. Grow their own smoke, take pills, probably do other stuff, and bathtub stuff, and drink a lot. That's actually what killed my grandpa. And that's what would have him go from being a pretty good guy from what I've heard when he was sober, but man, he was a devil whenever he was drunk. And you know what? I just don't. I want that shit to die with me. I have a brother currently right now who's fighting different stuff. So I'm going to ask some prayers for him. That's been painful. over the last 2 years. That's been pretty painful to watch. But it is what it is. And I've had 2 people recently who are gone, and they're not coming back. One of them was that fellow soldier. I guess he passed over this last weekend. And I'm grateful I put out that video of Forgive Me Brother, because, I should have listened to him instead of allowing him to talk crap and then my ego get in the way, and then it just turned into a pretty good ass show. I mean, in front of a lot of people. He passed, from what I know of, it's not confirmed, but liver kidney failure, and I would assume that that's probably from heavy drinking, maybe the crap VA gave him. That's why I'm totally not for. It's not that I'm against the VA at all. I've never been to a VA since I have been out, period. But I tell you one thing, from the results I've seen in fellow soldiers, and I'm not really that pleased with them. I'm not saying some doctors aren't good and some aren't bad, but the majority doesn't seem to be proving to be on the good side. So, with that being said, this is kind of where I've been in prayer a lot lately, because it's so easy for me to pick up, and I'm not talking 1 or 2 or 6 beers. I'm saying, dude, I can kill a 12-pack easy, especially when it's hot like this, where it's in the 90s. I'll drink one and sweat it out in a few minutes, so I have to end up drinking about 7, 8 before I even start getting a buzz. And that's not a good place to be. Yes, I drink water all the time. Other than that, I cut out soda. I do use some Body Armors or some kind of electrolyte drink here and there, and cut that with water even. Or I drink tea. Other than that, I like beer. And that's the one that's going to be the biggest problem. Heck, kicking the soda was pretty hard because, whether people believe this or not, sugar is addictive, highly addictive. Why do you think they put it in everything nowadays? I mean, it's in everything. High fructose corn syrup, which is coming from what? GMO corn. Well, they're saying, oh, that's not the corn that we eat as humans. We just give that to cows. I highly doubt that. I don't believe corporations, especially ones like Monsanto, because their track record is not full-on truth. But I'm sidebarring a little bit. That's all right. Just here to chat with you. Give you a little bit of kind of just some situations going on. But I wrote a paper years ago about dark humor and the desensitization of society. And I'm going to put it really short here. Dark humor, we laugh at some very nasty things, and it's to get us desensitized. And that goes with many other things, that's not good for your spirit, okay? That's not a good heart condition to have, is to where something's so painful you have to make it a joke so that's tolerable to you. My problem is seeing that we shouldn't have this stuff be tolerable. We shouldn't, Epstein didn't hang himself, blah, 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 blah. All these other ones. It's part of a psychological operation. And, yeah, okay. Never stopped at all. Changed its names a few times. But still here, still going strong. Do you really think any governing power would ever give up something so powerful? No. Because you can have all the weapons, you can have all the equipment, but number one thing is the battle of your mind. It's true. And this is going to go into Ephesians 6:12, the full armor, putting on the full armor of God. And this is also relative to when I got baptized. The Father just put on my heart right there that I have to go back with full armor. Because if I'm missing one sandal of, I forgot what it is, anyway, then you know, I'm not having the full armor of God. Well, I was missing a sandal because I started taking them off, not him.